lines, tastic words on neon signs. Wake up, wake up. Screaming freedom in disguise, metal mouth, electric skin, programmed lies we're living in, counting down it's time to spin. Let chaos in, let chaos in. Raise your fist, break the chain, break the chain. Burn it down, reset the game. Reset. Crack the code, start the fire, pull me out of the empire. Break the machine, tear the wires from the dream. Revolution in my veins, no more silence, no more chains. Break the machine, rattle bones and gasoline. Light it up, let them see, we were never meant to play. Smoking sparks beneath my feet, glitching streets and looping beats. We've been quiet, we've been sweet, but now it's time to break the leash. Rusting oil in every breath, but I'm alive inside this mess. Reboot the heart, reset the head. We're not dead, we're born again. Raise your fist, break the chain, burn it down, reset the game. Reset. Crack the code, start the fire, pull me out of the empire. Break the machine, tear the wires from the dream. Revolution in my veins, no more silence, no more chains. Break the machine, rattle bones and gasoline. Light it up, let them see, we were never meant to play. Let it burn, let it break. No escape, no escape. Feed the fire, crack the sky. Tonight we rise, tonight we rise. Break the machine, tear the wires from the dream. Revolution in my veins, no more silence, no more chains. Break the machine, rattle bones and gasoline. Light it up, let them see, we were never meant to play.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Welcome to yet another fine adventure of GNF Televisable, where we do all the hot button topics and anything that feeds our fancies. And Gemex, how have you been?
I'm fine. How you been?
I've been having fun creating chaos and smacking people in the derriere as usual.
Oh, well, kind of like life.
I know, right?
Hello.
Sparky is dead, apparently.
Nope, he's there. I hear him.
There
No,
he is.
it wanted
He's there
to turn
now.
my
He's
fucking
there.
camera
He
on.
wasn't there before. He was a blue screen of death.
Yeah, I just know it was the OBS symbol.
Well, there's been a lot of crazy
I
shit
wasn't too
happening
sure
this
if you were actually Sparky or Jim in disguise.
I mean,
Mr. Manicure, Jim, you know?
I know.
Not
I
Jim,
know.
but
No.
Jim. The other dude.
The other dude.
The other dude. The one that has to do the cripple marathon in order to get to his barbecue. Ah, yes.
Fireside chat, huh?
We've got a lot of things. Trash fire news and fireside chat. So yes, we cover a lot of different things here, whether it be entertainment, gaming, whatever Sparky brings in. Sometimes Penn comes by and brings us questionable drama, or Dragon might show up and I have to inundate him with some great, interesting news. And then if myself, the two old men in the room, being myself and Jam, get involved, we kind of go talk about politics and other stupid things. But since you're here, Sparky, you present me with lovely, tasty treats. Why do you do that?
I got another one to showcase to you. Give me 1 second while I fix some stuff.
Yeah. So, Jem, you haven't been following along, obviously. So, uh, as you know, Sparky's all over this Cinder thingy that's happening in the VTuber drama world, and he's pretty much trying to, seek out truth and try to call it down the middle as best he can.
Seek out the truth in the American way.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So I'm going to showcase something because I actually just recently I found this like 10 minutes ago,
Okay. I love things that are 10 minutes long or old or.
and it's something to that revolves around the Cinder stuff. It turns
Oh,
right down
goody
to
goody.
V. No, it comes down to V chord.
It came down to the. It, okay, hold up. Give me a
It's
moment.
coming. It's
No,
coming
no.
down to
Give
V
me a
chord.
fucking moment when it comes down to the terminology because every time everybody says V card, I think of something completely different than what the actual intended topic point is.
V chord TCG. There you go. Better.
Kinda. Jem, do you remember your V card?
Rogue, I'm so old, I don't even remember if there was such thing as a V car back in my day.
That's correct. So, those who are still young enough to haven't punched it yet, I wish you guys best of luck. But it isn't visual cards or whatever this VTuber shit is. But we're here. Explain me what this is.
Okay, I'll explain it. But first thing I want to let you know.
Uh-huh.
This trailer was posted up 12/16/2024.
Okay, so I'm going to
Now I
embiggen
want you
this
to I
trailer.
want you to expand it up and play it. And I'm going to name off people in this trailer.
Oh, okay. So
Okay,
we're going. Okay, so we're
just play.
loud. We're ready to go. It's 47 seconds in.
Yep,
Let's
play.
do this. Let's break chat and everything else. Okay, before anything, I've got to do my meet and greet. Hello, JP. How you doing? I hate the title.
So we have us. Yeah, Cinder.
Okay.
Or just let it play. Let it
No,
play.
you were talking, and it's probably louder than you, so I
All right,
wanted to make sure.
then go ahead and pull the music down. We don't need the music.
Okay, so no music, great, cool
Yeah.
beans. I love this even
All right.
better. No music.
First one.
We got Cinder.
First one's
Okay.
first one's Cinder. Second one is Buff Pup.
Okay, hold up. This thing is Buff Puff.
That's Buff Pup, which is someone who is also very highly critical of Cinder when this whole fucking bullshit drama broke out.
Okay. So this furry reject is called Buff Pup. Got it. Okay.
Yes, Buff Pup.
Okay.
Third, we have Nanoless.
Righty. I question the idea, but okay.
No, it's Nanoless.
No. I question her gimmick, but okay.
Okay. The fourth one is Conintel VA.
Okay. This thing here. Got it.
Yep.
The electrifying, I guess, vampire Pikachu.
Yep, Conintel VA. We have Silver Veil.
Okay.
And then we have Shy Lily.
Okay.
All people involved in this fucking drama.
Okay, hold up. So we've got pretty much the spin-off of Darkstalkers gone wrong. Okay.
Yeah. Well, hang on. Let me because I was already questioning about this. Oh, that's Nano. Are you sure? Are you sure that's Nano? Well, hang on. I can pull up Nano's profile, and her banner is her avatar model. So,
Okay. I get
let
to
me send it.
no, but I get to bring this down, I presume.
Yep.
Okay.
So, right there's Nanoless's Twitter.
Okay, I will pull that up and break all the things while I do it. Okay.
Yeah, and you want to pay attention to her banner.
No, I get that. Let me pull up. Let's see here. Let's go back a bit to where the introduction of this particular questionable character is. Okay, so I'm gonna blow that No, I don't want to blow that up. I guess that'd be a bad idea. So let's go over to page I have that was gifted, and I've got two people. I've got two pagers. So we've got this lovely thing here, and we're supposed to pay attention to this.
That's
See
Nana's
here.
model.
No, hang on. No. Me being the uninundated individual like Gem X over here, who really doesn't pay attention to this shit because, well, we're not fucking simps. So the key indicators I've got here is scantily dressed, pinkish, with his kind of, I guess, supposed to be devil horns, little tiny rocks that are supposed to be on their forehead. This stripy thing that looks like a Chinese symbol or maybe a Japanese symbol. I could be wrong. And the tattoo across the chest that looks like a tramp stamp. So now we go to the other page. We're going to replace it with this thing. Did I get it right? I got it right. Okay. To what we got here. Oh, look. Oh, God. There's a
It's
tramp stamp.
Nanoless.
There's this thing here. It's pink here, as well as in the eyeball there. Huh. Weird how that is.
Now, timeout. I thought Sendo said, I'm not Sendo. I thought not Nanoless even, but I thought also Somerville said they had no part of any of this.
Aha. Well, like I said, see, even close up here. Hi, Wolf. How you doing? Mike Bear. I love the name.
Did
I
she
don't
also
know
use
if
that
you
model?
should be an
What
OnlyFan.
Folsom made? Yeah, she did.
You're an OF. So you intrigue me to a degree. I might have to redirect you to a certain dragon. Best of luck. So this character here, I've seen before. Again, we're going to go back to the other screeny, which is this one here. So yeah, clearly the same character. Clearly.
Yep.
And if I'm correct, oh, look at that. The name shows up here. Nanoless. The talented commercialized artist. Nanoless. The one that I have questions and lots of questions.
What I found intriguing with the Soul trailer is because everyone that has been highly either vocal, made some sort of oh my god, this person's because like I said, Buff Pup never made a Google document, but Buff Pup did the whole thing that everyone else did too. Did the whole thing that like Silvervale did and a couple other people did. So I just find it funny that everyone has spoke up immediately after these fucking docs dropped. Or dropped the docs or said anything about it. Was also listed in this fucking trailer back December 16th of 2024.
Okay, so
it's like, I know I'm gonna be labeled a fucking conspiracy theorist, but come on, after so many fucking times,
dude, I have many hats.
It's like after so many fucking times, what the fuck?
What the actually, I could pull up that song eventually. What the fuck? That's a good song, by the way. So for me, you presented me some other tasty little treats like the Nautilus files and a few other people who did some file drops, and I noticed within said filing, and we did cover it in one of your stream eventually, that I kind of pinpointed a problem in the Nautilus file.
You pinpointed a problem with one of the screenshots because there was a screenshot within that screenshot that was sending DMs that looked highly suspect, and it looked highly suspect to me also. So
it was kind of strange, just kind of weird. I'm gonna see if I can pull up a version of it. I know Jem's probably not excited or interested. I just wanna. I'm
just here.
No. I want you, old man eyes, to look at something. And again, you're not really a part of this. You're an outsider. Correct.
All right. I have
so
no idea.
Here's from an outsider point of view. This is the screenshot in question.
All right.
Do you see something odd?
Now, no.
Well,
Jim Max has never seen any of this stuff, and he's not paid attention or been part of this.
do I gotta read? Okay.
No, you don't have to read. You just have to look.
Just
Uh,
look at the
Did you want
screenshot.
me to
Tell
blow
me,
it up
does
for you? I
anything in
can
this?
blow it up for you.
Just tell me, is there anything in the screenshot that looks off to you?
I mean the emojis maybe.
Well, the emojis are kind of a part of the trend
Cinder
for these
has
people.
a girl on there. Nonetheless, has a giant ant monster. I don't.
Let's focus more like attachment wise.
Yeah, if so, you didn't notice the attachments, anything that looks kind of weird.
I don't see anything weird. No. I don't.
Right here, just
The redacted part.
yeah.
Redacted. Oh, someone deleted something. Shocker.
No.
Dude, do you see how I keep blowing this up?
Okay.
See
if
see
you
what's
keep
not
moving it,
changing?
yeah.
See what's not changing? Then now kind of
Post to direct any work because
right.
everything you work
And
on is.
and you notice how it's getting more and more blurrier as we go in. Now, this was actually attached to Discord, like an actual official attachment, like a subsection that they're bringing back from a piece of past. It would hold up like the top letters here, or like these guys here. It gets worse as I scroll in. Weird how that is,
because
don't you think?
Everything you work on is the top. Yeah, that's weird. I can't.
Okay.
It's not meant to be read. It's okay. So basically, they just made
Now,
it so-
time out. The guy's name is redacted, so
Yeah,
that's something we gotta
redacted
clarify.
is
That's not
the
a
character's name. in this
that is
question.
his actual name.
Like I said, I'm not really caring about what the topic is. Don't really care. Me, when I got this piece and I looked at it and I kind of went originally, I'm like going, funny. This feels out of sync and doesn't feel like it's been, because this is from Discord. Okay. It's a screenshot from Discord, and normally Discord likes to line up a lot of things, including the sub conversations. It's kind of out of sync a little bit. It's like it's not lining up properly, and it gets blurry. As I was trying to figure out why it's so blurry. Why are you blurry? And that was my first question. Why is this section blurry? See, my old man eyes automatically see things kind of weird. So that was my first question, and let's see here. I don't know if this information was passed to you yet. Eichmann is one of those. Oh, yeah, okay. Cool beans. When it comes back down to this, don't care who's who in this game of life. I brought myself in as the detective, and Detective Rook says, "I don't fucking care who the players are. I want to know what the data is all about." See, this is proper detective work. Now, when you go into, have you ever seen like an ELA there, Gemex?
An NNA?
And not an MMA, an ELA.
An ELA. Okay. Like
Gemax is a resident retard, so
Yes, pretty much.
I think I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. So
Okay, so basically, it's like an electronic footprint reader kind of thing. It just kind of focuses on certain things. So best way of describing it is like a coloring book. What it does, it paints the picture an entire solid color. So you have, say, green and white, and if there's anything that's kind of questionable, it will stand out. Like the questionable area will start to glow or brighten or showcase different colors that tells you that it's not a part of the original screenshot. So that is the easiest way of doing it. Now there's some great little tools out there that will indicate problems or whatever. You can go to one of the freest ones out there that's actually pretty good at it, called Photo Forensic. I have others that I can go to. I'm not just saying, hey, just use one source. I have other sources, paid and free. I use a lot of different sources in that. And so what happens is I take said screenshot and I put it into the photo forensic thing. And I'll pull that up in a moment once I figure out the screenshot. We'll do it live so that we could see this happening. Okay. So give me moments while I move things around so it all looks professionally done. Time to warn the mods. If you want to, go for it. I really don't.
They'll have an internal conversation in chat. It's all good.
I honestly, guys, I'm a mod. You've warned me, and I'm not even paying attention.
No, they're talking about. I think they're talking about one.
No, I'm having fun, Sparky. So, anyways, doesn't matter. So here we go. So this is photo forensic, and then I'm going to be uploading the screen thing here. Okay, that is the original picture. Okay, this is the original thing, and this is the follow-up. This is what we get to see. So you see how everything's kind of painted in one color? Everything looks kind of solid. There, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And do you notice something that's kind of an odd color that pops up?
Well,
With the dark black behind of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's hard for me to see it. And you definitely don't get fucking Dragon in here to see it. But
No.
for me, when I first looked at this, it's really hard and difficult for me.
No, I get that. I get that. But do you also do you also see? Here's another thing that most people don't really pay attention to. Do you see up here above where I'm pointing out where the mouse is? This piece here. Do you see this?
Yes.
Do you see any color in this?
No.
Very little, right? If any.
Just the normal amount of color you would see. Yeah.
We look at this. What happens here?
Gets really dark.
No, not just really dark, but
It bleeds through.
Yeah.
not just bleeds through.
Like it's not supposed to be there.
It's like color. Look, we got color.
Yeah.
Fonting here, no color, black and white almost. Here, color.
Like it's been snapped on there.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, don't you see?
Yeah.
Huh.
So it's
Huh.
pretty weird.
Now, I've had other people who've used this program and don't really know how to use it.
Okay,
And
hang
this-
on. We got kind of a little infight going on.
It's okay.
Guys, this is not the stream. for you
Guys, you're
to be
both
doing
pretty.
this
Get
in.
out here.
Yeah.
Don't be infighting because I will stop banning people from the chat. Okay, I
Look,
don't
at
care.
the end of the day, guys, if you want to infight, I'm gonna say go for it. I really don't care. Sparky on his side of things, he's got a different way of doing things. Try to be civil, don't swear, whatever, blah blah blah. But I'm just pointing out there's a problem with certain people's conclusion. Okay, so regardless of the factor, when you have other people coming out of the woodworks, nameless individuals, and decide to insert my name into their mouths or their dissertation and get the entire thing wrong, I'm going to come out of the woodworks and let them know that they fucked up. And if they're not happy with the factor that I'm going to come out of the woodworks and tell them that they fucked up, then they should have never have used my information in the first place. My information is speculative information. My information is still concluding one way. I cannot trust Nanolist's document whatsoever because there's clear indication from me as a professional that indicates that this has been tampered with in some way. So all this conversation that's here doesn't exist in my mind until there's evidence that corroborates this piece of that's outside of her statement, because this is her statement. I'm going to have to say that she's a suspect. She's a person who I cannot trust. Do you guys grasp that?
I grasp that.
No,
but here's another thing we don't have.
Okay.
We don't have that conversation either.
Correct.
We don't have the before and after of the screenshot of conversation. Now, in a screenshot was redacted, it was replied to by Nano. So Nano replied to that conversation, and you can see the beginning portions of that conversation. But besides from just a screenshot within the screenshot, or just what's being replied to, we don't have the beginning portions or the after portions of what's talking about.
Correct.
But that's also supposed to be the quote unquote linchpin for a lot of stuff, but we don't have that. Also to note, you have hang on. I'm going to put this in the back office of the photo.
I have a
we have two other photos too.
I have a dragon. Dragon, how you doing?
Hey, Dragon.
I'm not here.
We have
Welcome to
two other photos. One photo
Give me a second.
is from Nanolith's document.
Uh-huh.
The other photo is from Bao's document.
Okay. So
now this is the clearest evidence so far right now we have tampering. Like, I trust, and I'm gonna make this very clear. I trust your forensic knowledge, and I trust your programming. I also trust you to, have your own biases. You hate everyone in this.
I don't like anybody who's a part of this conversation. To honestly, all players in this game are terrible people.
No, you don't even know who any of them were.
I barely even look. You brought this to me, and I'm like, who the fuck are these people? What do they mean to me? So I am so outside of this conversation. So I just came in looking at it as an outside observer, and I noticed another thing that was kind of weird. This is something that I pointed out again in one of Sparky's stream. If you look at Nanolith's conversation here, I'm going to ask Gemax, do you see something odd about this conversation from Redacted?
Other than the fact that certain things are whited out.
Besides the whited out, do you see any the spacings or whatever? Just pay attention to the big picture there.
Okay, it looks like.
Remember this is okay. Hold up. Also remember this is from Discord. The Discord has protocols and things it follows.
If you look at the between bio and confront, that looks like it's a little bit bigger than anywhere else between the spaces.
Oh, there's also a big space.
Correct.
Yeah. Correct. So
now let's look at.
I was going to do that. So here is the other document from Bao, a person who is another VTuber. Do you see something odd?
There's like the yellowing.
Whole...
I put the yellowing in.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Outside of the this is indicated for people to see. That's from. But outside of the yellow and the whiting in that, you see a difference in the conversation. And plus, she's gone 3D lately. Bao has been getting blah blah blah. And plus, she's gone 3D lately. Hurt one of our friends pretty bad. See how that's a big jump in a conversation here.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a part of Nanolith's conversation. Same conversation. From Redacted.
Part of the message is removed.
A good chunk of the message is removed. So I noticed that too. Okay. So I go through a lot of different things, and I don't just simply go into one aspect of screening. I have multiple different aspects of screening, and I will kind of look at it from all different perspectives because I really don't trust just one thought process. I have to, ask myself, hey, is this the right way? Is there a better method that's going to conclude the same or going to give me a different, answer or different, response? And I've gone through several different variances of the Nanolith pictures and have all come across some very dubious tampering in some way. And I kind of go, we got a problem here. And I don't like it. I don't know if that's a smart move to, do do it the way you're supposed to do it. But anyway, so we remember the nanoless conversation, and then I kind of ran it through a different forensic machine. Let's call it that. And I came across something a little bit different. So this deals with luminosity, the brightness of certain things, and I noticed again in the nanoless portion of Redacted, you see something odd, see something big time odd, where everything else kind of showcases a little degree of brightness.
Mhm.
This part here for Redacted is almost gone, which indicates that had been added in after the fact. There's more, but again, I kind of ceased, and then I had somebody who decided to jump on it and say that was wrong, and they threaded a lovely document. It was an awesome document, done by Want Apple or Want Apple. You can find them on Discord. I went through their document and I concluded that they were wrong. And their gotcha test, well, they got themselves. It was awesome. If you want, you can look through the my Twitter to see the actual conversation. It was fun and exciting. At the end of that conversation,
I will say this much: you are an asshole.
Yes, I am.
But I also told them the same thing, and it's like, because they were asking me, it's like, have you seen the conversation? It's like, I don't have to see the conversation. I can pretty much guess and tell you what's going on. Rogue is probably trying to prove you wrong, and also is being an asshole at the same time.
Yes, and I did it quite nicely.
Now, and I want to add this in before we go on any further. Like I said, even if it's 100% found out that screenshotted photo, the screenshot in it, even if it's 100% found out that it for programming software and stuff like that, even if that is 100% tampered with, I'm still going to take that with a speculative possibly.
Yes.
Because until we see original, like that's because that is from Cinder and Nano, where that's from. So we will have to see Cinder's side of the conversation to see if that is even in there. Whether that happens or not, we have no idea. But until then, I can't fully 100% say that photo is not tampered with, but I also can't 100% say that photo is. However, we do have blank 100% proof and evidence that Nano has tampered with screenshots within that document. That right there is enough for me to go, yeah, I can't trust it.
Yeah. So
at all.
At the end of the day, my final conclusion is that once Apple doesn't know how to use the actual equipment, and I gave them everybody access to the freest version of the software that does the job just as good as the paid versions, and they fucked it up. They concluded that even with their fake rendition through it, they missed out on a big eyeball sore thing, which I'm going to point out eventually. And my end of it is pretty much pretty simple, saying, hey, this is my final word is I'm giving you an F because you couldn't even see the truth, even if it bit your ass in a way. They brought in the court of public opinion, and obviously everybody should know how I feel about the court of public opinion. They can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, they can all sit on a fucking giant dildo and rotate. As many
dicks as they can shove it in their orifice, please do. Because I don't fucking care.
And that's probably something that they don't know about us and everyone else watching in chat. We don't care about court of public opinion. I've always been came up to by Akko. Akko even stated in stream, and Akko has, Akko stated that they're moving away from this, and they're gonna leave it up to me to point some of this stuff out because I don't care what people think about me. I don't. Other VTubers might, other streamers might, other VOD makers might, because there's a lot of people going out. Well, Sparky Sparky tweets too much about this. I tweet as much as I want. There is no tweet limit on Twitter. There is no set ordained tweet limit. Well, once you get past 10 tweets, everything that you say is looked at as false. That's just stupid speculative opinions that people have. That's I'll tweet as much as I fucking want.
Oh, I know he will. And even when I tell him to chill out, he won't.
But if I find something, I put it out there for people to see. And I also make notations of, take this with a grain of salt.
Mhm.
This is a theory. This is speculation. This is 100% proof. I usually try to put that out there, or usually I put it out there as like, hey, you think for yourself. What do you think about this?
Correct. So I'm going to pull out a bit of Want Apple's proof that I got it wrong. I love this. So anybody who wants to play around in amongst this was his testing. This was their beautiful test to prove that I can figure my shit out. So they originally had it where there was a blank portion here where it says March 29th, 2023. And then they added this new piece here. And ran it through photo and they couldn't figure it out. It looked normal in their mind. Now I'm going to show it to you how it came out for them. Let's see if I can get this to actually do what it's supposed to do. Flip over, right? Okay. Replace the screen with that one. This is what they ended up with. Do you guys see a glaring issue with this?
I'll add in my input on this because, like I said, I don't fully understand the program or what's going through. I just understand what has been kind of laid down for me so far.
No, but
we don't see the color transition of the background, but we do see bleed through the color behind the texting. What's supposed to be at.
All right, I'm going to point it out to people that you haven't really paid attention to. Do you see this image here? This lovely image here. This is an icon. This is an image. This is a sidebar image. What is the majority color of this image? Wait, there is none. Almost nil.
There is in the middle.
Oh, again, I said almost nil. Look at this bad boy. Look at this image. It's like a fucking rainbow. And if you're skilled at this and you understand, this was added, meaning that this entire section was added. Weird, eh?
We don't see. I probably got this wrong on my tweet too, because I pointed out. Where was it at? I can find it real quick and I can send it to you. And you can point this out and you can make fun of me and laugh at me.
No, you're colorblind. I can make fun of you colorblind folks all I want. I do that with Dragon. I do it with you. It's all fine.
All right. So
Dragon knows. Dragon knows.
As soon as I made that tweet, I figured to myself and I figured out that I might have messed up a little bit and I needed to clarify myself. So I retweeted and put this on.
You did, but I gave it to you because you did kind of indicate what I was looking at, which was a big factor. You missed out on the secondary factor that
the secondary factor is where I messed out. I focused on the fact that I noticed the most.
You did not see color, but I didn't harp on you on this one. You got it right on this area here. You missed out on this area here.
Yeah.
It's okay. But you got it right. Look, I'll give you points if you're partially right, which is what I did with Want Apple. You're right at a certain part, but your conclusions are very wrong.
Okay. School me, Rogue.
So, again, here, this lovely outline that you cannot see, where this lovely yellow blotch is, that is pretty much the foundation of the insert, a paste or whatever. The line itself is supposed to be gray. Should be like a gray-white kind of thing with a bit of black. It's not supposed to have a huge rainbow of colors, like any type of bleeding of colors inside of that the gray area. If it does, it indicates that this was an add-on. It wasn't original. then a person like myself is not going to go, well, this person is a liar. I'm going to go, this piece is highly suspect. I cannot accept it on the case that it looks like it's been tampered with. Can we get the original? What have I been asking for a while?
All the originals.
Can I get the original so I can go through this and see, hey, do I get the same response when I throw them through the same testing? That's all I want. See,
Well,
data
see,
information does not lie. People lie, but the
see,
data doesn't.
we need to be careful of people on the docks. We will be called simps. Well,
Sure.
here's the thing. Um, Watts Apple has kind of gotten backlash on that from multiple different people for different things. Um, the notable backlash that I know you seen, Rogue, was you basically called them out. It's like, hey, you got half this wrong.
Yes.
The other backlash is, and what they're not wanting is people starting to tell them that they're carrying water for nanoliths. And that wasn't the point. And it's like I told him, it's like, you probably need to reword your Google document
Yeah.
and probably need to put some more clarifications in it because, you know, it's like I told him, it's like, you got to write these things like retards are going to read them.
Yes. Look, I'm not going to be handing other people scalpels if they can't get the actual tool itself correct. You've already kind of butchered the patient. I'm not handing you more tools to do it again. Sorry. Just it's like you with mechanics there, Sparky. Would you give a mechanic his tools back if he's already fucked up an engine?
It depends. Will it make me more money?
To fuck up more engines? Sure.
If
But
he
in this
fucks up,
case,
if he fucks up more engines and it's got to come back to me to be fixed, yeah, by all means, continue fixing engines, please.
okay, cool. But you're trying to spin a narrative here. But no, in this case, you're trying to spin a narrative. You want things to get fixed right. You don't want to be dealing with the same fucking thing over and over and over again. It's great
Yeah,
money
hang
wise,
on.
but it also
Time out.
produces. Go ahead.
I've got to answer something. Watts
Okay.
Apple, yes, I'm streaming. That's the reason why I haven't responded to you because I've been focused on talking to Rogue about this.
Yes. And once I've already covered this and why you fucked up and exactly where you missed out, and I have already covered your gotcha moment and how you missed out something really big in your gotcha moment. So if you want, you can roll back, or B, I can show you your gotcha moment and where you fucked up. Pretty simple.
All right. Now, I will say this much. Because I'm actually curious on this, so please enlighten me on this. What is the program you're using? Besides forensic.
Explain. I missed some of that.
Well, you're using multiple programs, right?
Yeah. So I
I know of
have
photo
different
forensic.
forensic-based programs. Photo forensic is one of the bigger ones. You can go to what's its friend. There's a few different freebies that are out there. But photo forensic for a newbie or anybody who wants a cheap and dirty version of it, that is going to be pretty much spot on. That is the best place to go, and you're going to get your readings very quickly, very quickly. So again, I'm not going to send you to more sites to fuck shit up. No, no. Once you get the first tool done correctly, then I will then inundate you and give you more tools to play with. But this is where you fucked up. So remember that gotcha moment there once. You're watching, you're looking. You see this here? You see that there? This is an insert. This is the original. Color. Look for color. So now we're done. I have gone through this, beaten the horse, told the poor kid what for in my best form and fashion, and we're done. We're done. We move on. Fix your
You
shit.
can't fuck up photo forensic.
If you're going to use me as a source, don't fuck it up.
Is it because that the colors are different?
Yes, massively.
All right. So here's another question I got. What about the screenshot of that was being put in? Now,
What about the
actually,
screen?
do me a favor.
Yes.
What is? Well, I need the. So, in order to really kind of prove that, I think we'll need the actual original photo that was used to put in place. Now, would that make a difference?
Not necessarily true.
I'm asking
So
because, like,
in the world of trying to decipher pictures, it doesn't matter if it's a PNG. It doesn't really matter if it's a JPEG. It doesn't matter if it's whatever format you put it in. The readings are always going to indicate something, right? Now, a JPEG is one of the worst pieces to put through into rigorous testing because it will generally bleed somewhat of a false negative, in some cases, a false positive, which is why I kind of stay away from
oh, hang
JPEG
on.
in general.
Well, there's another way I can do this too, if I remember right. Because the one I gave you, the two I gave you, I didn't add in. It was an actual screenshot of a photo that I gave in to see if it was any different. Let me take one of those photos that we did, and I'll give you one that I did add in and I didn't add in, so we can see if there's a difference. Like I said, I'm trying to be neutral in this whole deal. It's like, regardless of not, even if you prove it's 100%, I'm still gonna go, yeah.
No, I get what you're trying to do here. I totally understand, but I have ran a lot of different
I know
variances. I've
Would
also
please just
no,
allow me.
I know. I'm going to humor you. I'm giving you that ability.
Okay, so give me a moment to do this.
Momento,
So
got
I
it.
need to
So
open
shall I
it because
find
I'm doing all the edits with Paint.
Okay.
I'm doing this as just a low down, dirty. Yes, I'm just doing this.
Well, I mean, you could do Adobe Paint. Doesn't matter, realistically speaking.
So I need to go back into my DMs review so I can.
Doesn't matter if it's a different color.
Yeah. So right there, save image. Go back into my file folder. I have open with Paint. And folks, if I'm slow, I'm sorry.
Actually,
I am slow.
no, it doesn't. Nice try once. It really doesn't. We have many different tools within the same program that we could use to separate a few things, whether it be from the what was it, the ELA or the pixels. It also do exactly the same thing. Something you really don't need it to have it a clean test in this. You really don't. I hate to break that to you. You don't need it clean. You don't need it clean. Computers have a way of figuring a few things out pretty quick, and if you have the eye and a degree of the knowledge, you just to see it, it could tell you straight up that there's a problem, and if there's a problem, you kind of go, "There's a problem here. We need another version." And if you end up with the same kind of response, then you can conclude that one way or the other very quickly.
Okay, so I'm sending you.
Mhm. I love doing these things live.
Yeah, I know. I'm sending you the 2 images. The first one I'm sending
Mhm.
is the one that I did within Discord itself.
Okay.
And actually, I'm going to be sending you 3 of them. So this is the original that I sent you.
Give me a moment. I gotta.
This one is the one I added in the screenshot with
I think I
paint.
already have these. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, the second one is one I added in with paint.
Uh,
And then this is the original picture of that added in with the screenshot and then added in with paint.
okay.
So we have 3 different versions of it. We have the original screenshots itself. We have the screenshot sent on Discord. And then we have the screenshot sent on Discord that added that screenshot in over the original screenshot.
Okay, I gotta see if I got this done in the right order because I'm not 100% sure. So this should be the
And
first.
unfortunately, the colors, I don't have that because my Discord background's black.
It doesn't matter. So I'm hoping this is the first one. Let me look at the Discord so I can double check when I'm inserting because I don't want to jump to. Where is Discord? There we go. That should be the first one. That should be the first one.
James Sebastian, at least you're not named Linus Sebastian.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true. Okay. Now I gotta pull you up. Window. That one. Cool. Okay, so this is your first one. It's supposed to be the unedited thing.
Yeah, this is the unedited one.
So what do you see?
Well, it's too far away for me to see it.
What do you see?
I see black in the main deal.
Okay, so
I see
what
some
I
colors
see,
at the
I
end.
have color.
Okay.
All right. Now, if you look at your main picture and trying to find where these colors are, also see where the black is, all black for the most part, with random areas where color is. You may not see it, Sparky, but Gemex could see it, and probably on the chat.
I see
probably
some
see
colors
it
and some areas.
Okay, so these are the areas that you would want to pay attention to, and the solid grayish
Those
kind of
colors,
hue.
those colored areas, or it looks like emojis put in.
Yeah, correct. They are the emojis put in.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the original. There's the emojis. Can you see where the
Okay.
emojis are? Those are
Mhm.
where the emojis are.
Okay.
So that is what you look for to
That
tell
is the
you
original one.
that is the original. All right. So let me pull up the other ones.
Yeah. The second one is added in with paint.
So I also want to preface, did you guys remember the background? Even though there was gray, it was all black.
Yeah.
Okay. Preface that. Just to point out there, doesn't matter whether you have a gray insert or not, it all became black. There was lines, it was black. Okay. Let me pull up the secondary one. I'm going to make sure it's the right one. I believe it's this one. Let me just compare. Date. Yeah, it looks like this is your insert. Okay, this would be your insert.
Now I did it quick and dirty too, so there is
So
compression.
just to be on the safe side, you did an insert on this one. Okay.
Yes.
You say you did an insert.
I took paint. I copied the original screenshot I used for that, and then pasted it onto the original over where the original screenshot was. Like
Okay.
hiding the original screenshot with the add-in screenshot.
Okay. So do you remember what you added in?
Yes.
Okay. What did you add in?
I added in that third picture I gave you.
Oh, the third picture. So you added. So you gave me 2 first, and then you gave me the third one. So we're looking at number 2.
Number two was added in with paint. I just took the original picture that was in the screenshot and just pasted it in with paint.
Okay. So you took the original with that and just added in with paint. So
Yeah.
do you remember exactly what
I
the old
remember.
picture looked like? Okay.
I remember.
So okay. Just making sure so everybody could follow along and see exactly what is being visible here. There it is. Blah. All right. So here is what you had.
hmm
What's the
That is
difference?
very different.
What's the difference?
It's more filled in with black,
Mm-hmm.
and then the ending edges around it.
Mm-hmm. Where happened all the colors to some of the icons? The little
Yeah, the
little
icons are gone.
yeah, they're almost gone. Jeez, what did that tell me? Also, look at this and compared it to these. Huh, something weird here. Kinda odd.
Now, do you want
You've
to show
got
the one? Do you want to show the original of that one?
oh yeah, I could do that. See, this is what you have. This see? See? So there is problems here. So we can go back to the original. Give me a moment. I gotta load it back up. That's the beautiful thing. Let's see if I can choose the right one. Boop.
You're still showing the screen, just FYI.
Yeah, I know. I know. Load. So, do you see the difference? How it's
Yep.
softer?
Yep.
What was bold in the one you had that we showed earlier?
The text.
Right. What color was it? Pure fucking white almost, right?
hmm
This is like this.
hmm
Huh.
Now,
These
what
and these
about
are the same.
the original screenshot?
This is the original screenshot.
No, the photo image.
I haven't got there yet. So and again, we're gonna preference and make sure that you guys understand that there's some massive difference. I've got to compare the third, make sure I've got the right one, and because Jesus Christ. Let's see. Third one is choose. It's that one, I think. Open. Yeah.
Do you have a say on? I mean, you can type in the chat.
Yeah. Ooh, pretty. It's a pretty.
I'm sitting here. I'm just trying to because I don't know how this fucking program works.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn, and I'm questioning quizzing Rogue on this. Okay, explain to me as a retard the differences in this.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to do.
and I just kind of indicate that you guys have to pay attention to the way how certain things are. So the last 2 were, I'm going to say, originals. All right. And they had what kind of background?
Well, the screenshot one, the original screenshot that I put this image in.
Uh-huh.
One of the things, like I said, the glaring differences I can see is the lines from the dates going out.
That doesn't really matter. You
That's
have
the
to pay,
glaring difference I've seen, and it was
oh yeah,
sunk.
no. But so the the concept is you have to pay attention to uh the colors of certain JPEGs or whatever program that pops up. Like Adobe has a specific color kind of code to it. Paint will have a certain color code to it. In some cases, JPEGs will have a kind of a certain uniform color, whatever. So when it comes down to this lovely forensics thing, it's going to paint every picture the entire same color, so it has its same uniform background. And it doesn't matter whether it's a JPEG or a PNG from Adobe, whatever. It's going to come up with a uniform color throughout. All right. So, do you guys remember the uniform color for the last 2?
Yes.
Okay. Here is the new one. This is the third one. Do you see a glaring difference between the last two and this one?
Yes.
There's a color difference. All right. As well as there's a blocking difference. Do you see how this is like little straight lines
Yes.
and this isn't? They're lines, but they're not fully straight, and their breakpoints are in the wrong spot, as
Yeah.
well as the defragging is not. These are almost like a solid.
Mm-hmm.
This tells me that there's an insert somewhere.
That's not inserted. That's original. That's the thing.
This is supposed to be the original.
This is nothing inserted in this, and that's
This
why that's what I'm
tells you
trying to
there's
ask
an
you.
error somewhere. This tells you an
That
error
is that is a screenshot that I made.
from
Actually,
which.
that's not
From
even a
which?
screenshot I made. That's downloaded from the original file.
Yeah, but is it a PNG? Is it a JPEG?
Let me check here.
Because it tells me
The
that
image.
there's an error somewhere here. I wouldn't take this.
Let's see. That add-in. I got it labeled as add-in. That is a PNG file.
Okay. Okay.
So let me go ahead and open this back up.
Yeah.
And let me save this as, because I could change the format to save it as. Save as JPEG.
You do have some bright colors around here, because it does tell me that there's a problem. It does come across that it could be tampered with, or it could be. But again,
Well, see, that's the issue. It's not. I can tell you right now.
And that's where
it's not.
I don't make that jump ahead of that. This is one or the other. What did I do automatically? I said it doesn't fit right. I'm not going to take this.
Yeah.
That was my conclusive. I can't take this. So
okay. The second one is JPEG.
Okay, let me go back to this, and so you're saying that the other one is a JPEG. Okay,
that one is a JPEG.
Okay, this one is a JPEG. All right, let me save her.
And this is the original image that was used as a insert.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the image itself. That's all it is. And so for the first one and the second one, now the only difference is the typing. What's saved as.
Uh-oh. You're not going to find it?
See. I don't think I've followed all of the Treader Carvel apples, but what you showed wasn't proof. Is how could have Nano gone in this result, but that's giving too much credit to Nano.
Okay.
And like I said, and that's the thing, is like I will credit WhatsApp over this. Is like it gives other interpretations of what it could have been.
Yeah, but
and that's the thing. And even then, we don't know if it is. I just know looking at that screenshot by itself, it does look odd.
Yes. And that's where the problem is. All I can say that, I mean, you are trying to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. I can grant you that, but you're giving the wrong benefit. Because realistically,
you are an asshole. So
yes, I know. Oh fuck yes, I know. So in comparative to the last one, which was a solid green, I really don't like the solid greens, to be honest, but here we go. So in comparative to the last one, there it is. And comparing it to this one, they're the same.
So the type difference didn't do anything.
Yes. So
what's
hang on. But because I know the other one and this one are the same, where do you think my conclusion is going to be?
Something's odd, off.
No, they're not necessarily. I ended up with the same results.
Okay.
I'm going to ask myself, why did I end up with the same results?
Why?
So why? There's a question. Why did I end up with the same results? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask people, is this the original?
I would assume it is.
You would assume. I wouldn't. I would ask, Are we sure that this is the original? If so, then it's conclusive. These two are exactly the same. Still a question on the legitimacy of it,
Now, can
but
we
they're exactly the same.
can we compare this? All right, so let's go ahead and compare this to the very first one.
To the very first one. Okay. Give me a moment. Oh god.
I'm put Rogue. I know you can do this, and I'm
Yes.
putting you through your paces. This is why
Yes.
I don't mind being critical of you.
No, I know. Let me find the original. I have to get rid of this. Go back. There we go. Okay, go back. Go back there. All right, and then I've got to find the original. Cancel.
Send you these free pictures on. How about if I just send them to you on
No. I
Discord?
have them. I have to make sure I've got them in the right order. It's that one. Okay.
Well, no, I'm gonna send WhatsApp the free pictures, and I'm gonna do it. And see, that's another thing too.
Mhm.
I don't know if because I know Twitter does something different on the compressions, and
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Twitter itself or not.
Mhm.
So just to keep it as controlled as possible,
No, and that's
I'm
where it comes back down. So you said you wanted the original.
yeah.
So here is the original. All right. So that's the original. You see how this is kind of almost like a blurry mess, kind of blocked.
Yeah.
So
You can see the outlines where
you
it's
can see
put
the
in.
outline. This is where the comparative will come into for me. Can I see the same kind of pattern?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be asking, is this the original? Yes, no. Okay, if it's the original, then can I get the same pattern? That's where you have to go. You have to be very crucial. You have to be very critical, and you have to ask a lot of stupid
Okay.
questions in
All right.
order to get the right answer. You don't just assume that hey, somebody was an idiot and they just happened to make things work. Not necessarily true. You just have to look for certain signs, and it's here. There is that pattern.
All right.
There's a circular pattern. Fortunately, there's no break, and then there's a line, and then there's a line. So
Okay.
these three together, knowing that this is my test, and I compared it to the other two, and they show exactly the same thing, same pattern locations. There's a defragging here that makes it a little hard to justify that they're exactly the same thing, but critically, I would say these three fall in the same family, meaning that they're all in one piece. They're all together.
Okay.
Now, whether they're legitimate or not, questionable. But they're all under one piece, one family. They exist together as a unit. So if one is legit, that means that the rest of them are legit. And then you have to go through the other rigorous testing to make sure on top of that. But my
Now,
conclusive kind of goes back down to the original statement. There is tampering or evidence of tampering. And I can't use Nautilus's document. So
okay.
that is
You have
generally how you run things. Okay. You
okay.
have to do
WhatsApp. You have
ELA is just one. There's a few other options you can do.
yeah. WhatsApp. You have all. Where's the chat at? I had the chat. Where is that? It's right here. All right, WhatsApp. You have all four images. You have the PNG, the JPEG of the original photo used as the screenshot. You also have the original screenshot of the actual photo in question being sent as a screenshot through Discord. And then that last photo is me adding that screenshot in on Paint to you. Now, that last one, you can see that there's compression because I did resize the photo in Paint.
Yes.
You can tell that.
Yes.
I know that's going to vary the results. I didn't go through and I didn't go through and do it professionally like with Clipart Studios. If I used Clipart Studios, I could have got it better. But
yeah,
those
but
are the photos I use as the example.
Yeah, but the compression is not going to throw everybody off for the most part. It's just going to throw a little bit of doubt for a little bit.
I do know this much. I know that the file format sending through like on Discord and through Twitter, especially for pictures, are completely different. I have a hard time downloading pictures from Discord. Oh, not Discord, from Twitter.
Yeah.
I
So
usually end up just snipping them out with the snip tool if I receive a photo on Twitter. I can actually download the photo itself from Discord.
So when it comes down to figuring out your verdict, you have to really look at the neons that you have and the noise, and you may have an answer to that. It was most likely, someone played with it like a plastic surgeon, but you don't say that. Yeah, that's a guarantee. There's other indicators that you have. I became conclusive to it that I can get rid of Nautilus's documentation right away, because of the factor that not just the noise and the lumens and a few other things that were off, the factor that there was a cut in a sentence in a conversation.
Yeah. Let me answer one question real quick. So the PNG is the original download. I believe that is from Silvervale's document. So that PNG is the original pull from the document. The JPEG version of that original photo is just basically me opening that photo up in Paint. And instead of saving it as a PNG, I saved it as a JPEG. That's the differences in those two photos.
So yeah, well, and again, like I said, you just have to be mindful before making your final decisions, and then throwing out documents that get you about halfway there and kind of shit the bed as
Yeah.
you go forward. I
So
understand you playing devil's advocate, and even you devil's advocate, you proved yourself wrong.
yeah. But anyways, I will say this much. I hope that explains. Yeah, but when you add it on top of your screenshot, did you use a JPEG or a PNG?
But anywho, so with that, that was fun and exciting. That was
It's
my
JPEG,
test retreat. I
JPG.
enjoyed it. Thank you. Anybody who wishes to incorporate me, just remember, be extra careful. Do your
Yeah.
due diligence.
Now,
I will pretty much
now
name you.
I will say this much. I'm probably a little bit more to blame because I didn't specify with the first tweet I made on it. That's why I made a second clarifying tweet
He
stating
did.
that we don't have full conclusory evidence of why it's doing this, either if it's like a compression issue, a formatting issue, how it was done, how it was saved, and to take it as speculatory. That is the reason why I made that secondary tweet,
He
and
saved
that was
himself,
made
by the way.
yesterday.
There, he saved himself. Otherwise, I would have harassed him.
Yeah.
So, I don't care whether you're friend or foe. I will chew you up pretty quick and spit you out if you get it wrong.
Yeah. But
Now go
I
away, or I will
even
touch you for a second
yeah,
time.
Yeah,
but
pretty
even
much.
Mhm.
but even then, like I said, the screenshot added photo that we're all questioning doesn't really matter.
No.
It adds to it, but besides from that, the clear differences in editing of the photo between the one screenshot from Nano's document and the one screenshot from Bao's document
Mhm.
is enough for me to go, I can't trust Nano's document.
No.
So we don't even need the forensic
You really don't.
finding
You
of
put
this
at the
one.
Bao conversation and the Nano conversation side by side. That same conversation that Redacted had, you can clearly see there's a lot that's missing.
Yeah.
And
That right there is enough for me to go, I can't trust any of Nano's
yeah,
documents.
so it's like, for me, the icer on top of that was that insert with the redacted, that blurry shit. Regardless of whether it was compressed or not, it was off a bit, and no matter how much you zoom into it, it kind of loses gradability, so it degrades as you get further into it, to a point where it's kind of difficult to read. And if it was from Discord itself straight on, it would have the same amount of degrade as your timestamp.
You can't see for, and that's fine, WhatsApp. I mean, to me, I just so if you can, what is it? Right here. And if you want, you can showcase my screen. Let me show it here.
If it ever shows up.
Right there.
Blop. There it is. There's his screen.
So for me, another thing that I don't like about this, and it's like we can zoom in and we can see artifacting and different things. That's the thing too. You can see the pixelizations in here. That's just something that happens whenever you screenshot something. That happens. But why I don't like, and these are the questions that I want to see, because we see with like the Twitter insert with that Bao added into her document, and that Twitter insert, I believe, is 20 right here. Yeah, we see with this one.
Yeah,
it's not. It's not. It's the same, and you can look at this.
Well,
Right, it can be looked at.
You failed to see there's a border for it.
Yeah.
A border and a color separation. It's clear.
But this is not a screenshot. This is Redacted posted a Twitter link.
Yeah, but again, it is you could zoom in and it's clear. Holy shit.
That's one of my concerns is I can, looking like this, I can distinctly see dates, I can distinctly see everything else. On this other one, I can't read the date wholly. It looks off. And another thing too, and it might be because Redacted changes profile picture, have no idea. But the profile picture is different.
Could you go to the other one, please?
Hang on. The profile picture is different from Redacted, which could be Redacted changed the.
Yeah. But let's go back to the other one where he inserted a link. Okay. Do you see where the icon is? The little picture is for X. It's way on the bottom there, right? And it's kind of crystal clear. Interesting how that is. Mm-hmm. And same thing would happen if for a Discord response, it will go above. Yes, it will have a line, and it will generally have a border around it.
Yeah. Hang on. No, it's not a JPEG. That picture right here is a PNG that I have saved. That's what this one is.
I got the other one. I got the Nanless doc. It's a PNG.
Yeah.
So, just again, one, we haven't gone through your entire document. All I did was took out certain things that you showcased that I clearly indicated that you kind of messed up on, and you kind of
this photo right here. Because that's this one is also a PNG file.
It doesn't matter if it's an insert with a PNG.
JPEG insert is in the PNG image. That was a PNG on the insert. I just saved that image as a JPEG to test.
Yeah.
What I inserted in. So what I inserted in originally was this file right here, which is a PNG. I saved this file as a JPEG to see what the differences was between JPEG and PNG.
Uh-huh.
But the original add-in I used for the paint test right here was PNG.
Yeah.
And it saved that file. I saved that file as a JPEG file.
Oh my fucking god! How can it's easily said. Easily said. So, I mean, if you want assistance on how to write your document, just email me or harass Sparky to get a link to whatever.
I'm talking about. Oh, okay. So you're talking about this one.
No, we're not going through your document.
No, Nano's document.
I think we're I think we're getting into a different conversation to a point. The original crux of this conversation in this direction was to showcase that one, I'm an asshole. Two, that sometimes we can get it wrong, and we have to unfortunately bite the bullet on that one and just say we fucked up. Uh, it is what it is.
Was it?
As for anything going forward, I don't think we want to go on down this cinder
Oh, I
natalist
like
direction.
this. I like. What are you talking about? I like this.
No, I get that, but we may have other things we could be talking about. Because we already lost
No,
Dragon while we did
we
this.
don't have other things, do we?
You sure?
I don't know.
I mean, we could talk about how Missouri just wants to call gay employees cocksuckers.
Well, that was a Vice article. I don't care about Vice.
Oh,
I think it's absolutely fine in base. So
see?
that's all I got to say about it.
see,
That's all I
agree.
have to.
I kind of agree.
I mean, I'm fine with this. I see nothing wrong.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, once I can throw you the link to the streaming. You can come on if you want.
Oh God,
You
Oh,
don't
God.
have, and you don't have to turn your camera on.
no cameras allowed if you don't wish. Just like I said, we're not. We really don't want to go through the whole documents and all that kind of shit. It is kind of. I think we've gotten to a certain point where until there's more information, I think we're good. Is there more information?
I'm trying to find the powder document because I know it links to Nano's document.
Okay. Oh, also the Tate brothers are getting charged with rape in the UK, which is
It's
horrible.
almost like the UK's just like think, hey, let's throw something at them until we actually get them on something.
I know, which I'm
It's-
fine with this. I really don't
I'm
care.
not saying they're innocent. I'm just saying you're throwing fucking spaghetti at the wall and hoping it sticks after you've only
I know
cooked it for a minute.
they are a bunch of assholes. Well, no, really. All right. Well, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, no. I mean,
I'm not saying they're innocent. I don't know, but like after about the 150th time Europe has put them on trial, and they have fucking tried.
yeah, I know.
I mean, they have literally done everything they can, and they like, nope, they're not guilty of this. We have to let them go.
what the Romanians have tried, and they're corrupt as fuck, and they just kind of screw that shit.
I mean, they got through the Romanians, a corrupt system,
And a
so
corrupt system that pretty much will say that you're guilty with oodles and oodles of proof, and they couldn't get past. They got past them. They just said, "Yeah,
with no
we're
proof,
out."
I mean, they'll convict you with no proof.
Oh yeah,
And they just said, no, these guys are so fucking innocent. We can't throw them in jail.
yeah.
It's like, okay,
But
that's
no,
weird.
That I found hilarious.
Before the tampering allegation, there was tampering allegations before we even made that comparison with the forensics app.
Yeah.
Like I said, if I remember right, Watts, you're one of the ones that pointed out too, like beginning of the year, or not beginning of the year, what is it? Let me pop this out and showcase again a different one. But if I remember right, you're the one of the ones that it was discovered, I guess, going through the powder document of this one. I mean, new tampering. I have the original. What is it? Are you talking about Nanolith adding stuff in the document?
In the beginning of May.
Because here's the thing, and here's what I got. And I think I was smart for doing this.
Smarky, the smart one out of the group.
Because I saved Nanolith's document like within an hour of it being posted.
I think I have that somewhere, but then
I've got it posted up right now.
No, I know, but like I said, I think I have
this. Yeah, this is I've sent you that one.
No, I know. I said, like I said, I think I have it. I do keep in mind I did reset my computer, so it's like it's whatever.
Yeah, this is saved, and it had an error in it at the beginning of it whenever it was first put out and
Mhm.
saved. I've not been going through Nano's documents after the fact through the link. I've been going through Nano's documents as it was saved an hour after it was posted.
Yeah.
Are
There
there
are
any changes? I don't know. I've not looked for that one. But you know what? I'm more than glad to send you the document and you can check it yourself.
yeah, I mean, like I said, more eyeballs on these things, the better. But if you find something, always question. Don't assume that ill will the moment you see it.
So, and
Question.
I'll tell you this much right now. The saved tag on this document, the date. This document was saved on my computer 4/26/2025 at 1:41 a.m.
Hey, GMX, you remember the old saying that the journalists used to have back in the day?
Research, recheck, and redo.
Pretty much.
I mean, I can't remember, but
No, that was one.
you
There was
know,
there was another group afterwards. Trust but verify.
trust but verify. Basically the same thing, but
Yeah.
I'm going even older, so
No, I know. You're right, but I'm like going. You remember it.
yeah. Oh
Basically,
yeah.
the kind of mantra I kind of follow when I do a lot of my follow throughs and forensic battling. I trust that the data is correct, but I have to verify it. Hell, I even yell at myself every now and then if I get it wrong.
Yeah.
And it's rare
But
that I
yeah,
get it wrong. So
WhatsApp. You'll see within that document too. Um, and I noticed this whenever I was going through it the first time. This is how the document was whenever it first got put out. And like I said, Nano probably changed it after the fact to correct this. But this is one of the glaring errors within that document.
yeah.
This is one of the glaring errors within that document. It had text over the screenshot.
Mhm. Oh, hold up. That's interesting.
Yeah. I sent it to you on Discord. I can send it to you on Twitter if you need it.
Sure. No, how long if you sent it to me a while back, could you, oh, shit, you probably won't be able to roll back to see exactly when you sent it to me so you can give me
I
here.
sent it to you. I sent it to you whenever I sent this document to you when you
Uh,
asked for it on stream.
okay. Like recently? I could find out. We don't have a lot of conversations. Let's put it that way. Let's be real. We have lots of conversations. So
I'll just resend you the document because
yeah,
it's the exact same thing.
yeah. Okay, go. That way I can look at it and compare something. I've oh cool. Jump to the present.
Text wrap. Yeah. And like I said, this is like I said, 1:41 a.m. It was like I don't remember exactly when, but it was like within an hour of Nanolus posting the documents.
Hmm?
And whenever a Google document drops and I have the ability, I immediately save that document off of the Google Doc form
I'll
to
do
prevent
this.
any changes or tampering. Because I want the document as it first came out.
Thank you. I'll take a perusing at this because that is what page? Page 2? No, 2. Page. No, it's not. What page is that? I really can't. Where we get that weird
So page
overlay
one,
over the
it's in page 2.
page. Okay, I was right. Okay. Okay. I'll look at that. That's interesting.
Because knowing Nanolus, she could have put the original document out and then later on added stuff or took stuff out. Oh man, that's real damning. I don't want that. Oh, we found this proof. Oh, it's not in the document. Can I send it to you on Twitter? I see. Here's the thing. I don't know.
I might be able to. The word is might.
Oh my God! Stop this. It won't let me. So it's a PDF format that I've got saved on the computer. It won't allow me to put it on the Twitter.
Like I said, I'll be able to help you out. Just bear with me while I figure that. We were in the middle of stream, so I try not to do on the twatters while I'm in the middle of stream. So after said stream, throw me. I think I still have you linked. You can harass me if I forget. I will be very respectful and send it to you.
See, I think this all worked out tonight.
Look, at the end of the day, I am an asshole. I will be an asshole. If you can't handle that, then don't bring me into a conversation.
Can
you're
you
an asshole
upload it
too.
on Google Documents? And be
Yeah.
linked?
I could do that. I honestly, I already have it. I can put it on something and send it to you. Just like I said before, while we're here, I'm not going to do it. I'll probably do it after the stream is done.
Yeah.
Give me
I
a
said,
reminder
you have
if
it.
you haven't received it.
I mean, now that
I was
this
gonna
is
say-
picking up basically all of our stream.
I know.
Dude, it's been a fucking week, okay?
Yeah, and there was a lot more interesting shit going on.
All right, let's go.
I
Let's
know I
go
wanted to
into it.
talk about
Let's
the
go into it. Let's
Nintendo
go
thing
into
and a
it.
few others, but we got through Trash Fire, which was Trash Fire news, and we didn't get a chance to the Fireside Chat, or maybe we did Fireside Chat, and we didn't get a chance to do all the Trash Fire news. But regardless,
I mean, we had Nintendo who bricked almost every, who is
actually every new Nintendo coming out is pretty much a paperweight.
yes, they've already been bricked.
Yes.
They've already been bricked. That's amazing.
Yeah.
No one's talking about that shit.
Yeah, because the moment that so everybody who's purchased the Nintendo Switch 2 have to wait for the first update. When the game console is officially released in June, it will get an update. Once it gets its update, then it will work. But until then, if you got it early, you gotta wait.
It's amazing.
So,
Yes, and go
But
get
here's the funny thing:
Yes.
if that update fucks up in some matter,
Mhm.
every Switch is a brick permanently.
And yes, I put your name up, program. Sorry.
it's fine.
It's gotta
I
be
will
a wonderful
berate you
thing.
later. But yeah, no, it's a fascinating situation.
It's a
don't
flashlight
know.
at best.
Yes. Oh yeah, no. I mean, even if it's that, but these are the same people who flocked over cardboard that they can assemble their toys themselves with cardboard instead of innovating.
Hey,
And I'm
Lynn.
like, it's cardboard. It's an interesting idea, but it's cardboard. Not very expensive, and yet they want a top dollar for cardboard.
Hey, Rogue.
Hey, yes.
Send WhatsApp or DM on Twitter.
Give me a moment. I don't like.
I don't
doing
think
this.
she can DM. I say he. It's a he.
I
I
look,
can't.
at the end of the day, he, she, it, they, them's all good with me. DM.
Cocksucker.
Did you want me to
Flapper,
be nice, or
no,
did
hey,
you want me to
all
call you
the
an asshole? Because I can do either or. Okay, I'm following you. Congratulations. But don't follow me either. See if I can do this. Do I do it from here? No, I'm not blocking him. I want to send him a fucking.
That'd be funny. Oh, Rogue blocked him live on stream.
Yeah, he's an asshole. No,
Anyways, Lynn, I
I'm
thought
the
you were going to sleep.
Oh God.
And no, I have not played on Elite Dangerous yet today. I'm going to after stream. Maybe.
How is you in the Elite Dangerous?
I'm having fun.
What?
Right now I'm doing a community group challenge.
Okay.
I'm with Lynn and one of her buddies. They've got a carrier with it was up to 12,000 tons. Now it's down to about 6,000 tons of semiconductors that I'm transporting from the ship to the station. I'm getting I'm buying the semiconductors for like 400,000, selling them for like 22 million.
Yeah, no, they'll do it. So basically, you're a space trucker. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, pretty much. That's
Sparky's
impossible for
living
him to
his
do.
dream.
I
Fuck
know,
you.
right?
Fuck
He
you,
is.
Lynn.
He is. He is. Ah, God, the boring dream of space trucking. I mean, you can also do that in Star
Hey,
Citizen.
I'm already up to Elite 1 in
There
trade.
you
So
go. Congratulations. You're getting a bit a ways before you become dangerous. Let's see here. Oh, I got a message. Yay! Somebody sent me a message.
yeah, WhatsApp wants you to be decent.
I'll try. I'll try. I'll try.
I That's it. What do you mean that is I don't get what you mean, Lynn,
Oh, there
by
he is.
that is impossible for him to do.
What?
Oh,
Be
so
nice.
oh, that's I forgot. Lynn has first-hand experiences for Rogue. Yeah, ask Lynn.
Yeah, it is.
Here's a little secret that's a secret but not really a secret. Lynn's my mom.
Yeah, and she thought I was trying to put her into the grave. If I was trying to put you into the grave, you'd be the first one to know. Not everybody. You would be directly the first one to know. I'm that type of asshole. Come to you, tell you I'm putting you into the grave. There's going to be a fight. Yes, I know we're both pretty good and spry, but
Yeah. But what's up? You want to complain about Rogue? Rogue was an asshole to you on Twitter. Rogue was an asshole to my mom. So there you go.
I mean, we also
I'm
just spent on the info of a certain person being arrested for threatening Mr. Medicare. I mean,
yeah. We you know what? We're probably going to have to catch it up on the next stream
there's just
because
so much.
unfortunately this stream,
That's still actually an unfolding situation. There's more
yeah,
info coming out
that
every
is
week.
a brilliant information.
Although I
Oh,
will,
also, apparently, a certain Kiwi farm owner is days away from having a certain body cam ready to go.
Yeah, here's days. Here's the thing. He was days away 2 weeks ago.
Right now he's like Monday. If he doesn't get it by then, there would be lawsuits. So that's where we're going at this moment. So we do know that Nicholas Facada is a little upsetty. We know why. He doesn't want that body cam to be released. And the Kino boys are trying to get what's her fucking name? April to show up to do a tell-all on their show. So there you go. That is a weird one.
What's up? You're asking the rope to win. Okay, he knows mine takes all the fucking time unless they're interesting.
Yeah. I mean, unless it piques my interest and Sparky's spot on at something, I will pay attention. Otherwise, I just nod at him and wait for him to electrocute himself, and then laugh. But I get the stick to pull him away from the electrocution after about 10 minutes or so of deep frying himself in electricity. Yes, I've learned. Trust me, I have had the conversations with a certain Sparkykins for a lot of different things. But yeah, Sparkles, he knows where we sit on a lot of stuff. And if he fucks up, I'll tell him straight to his face that he done fucked up.
I'm actually
you.
I'm actually surprised he actually even jumped in on the Cinder situation. I'm real surprised he jumped in at all.
Yes. I wasn't interested in the beginning until I noticed a few different discrepancies. And when I noticed discrepancies, I'm like, ooh, tasty treat. That's interesting. And then I try to get Sparky to pay attention to the discrepancy, which is like trying to pull teeth from a tiger at times. But I managed to do it with a lot of Novocaine and But I managed to do it. There's a club that's also involved somewhere, but
Lynn, it was a Teflon. It was a Teflon Twitter. Nothing
Yeah.
with the show.
It's okay. But yeah, drama draws drama. Yes, it does. Yes,
Drama
it does.
llama.
But yeah, no,
Fucking
I will
tired.
send you the information once I have it all ready to go for you, Apples. So until then, like I said, we are in overtime. We have done this for a little extra more of 10 minutes. Congratulations, people. I have no idea if Sparky is sending you places. We may cover this
Oh, hang
again.
on. Yeah, I let me get that set up since you said something.
Let me continue my ramble. We may
So many
cover
good
this again.
things.
There has been a lot of different things that we missed out on. We'll probably circle back to them next time.
I actually researched really hard.
I
These
know. I
fuckers.
apologize. It was interesting on Sparky's
I'm gonna
treats, and I
feel
had to
stiff
bring
by
it.
next
And
week.
I don't expect Sparky's treats to inundate me as much as it did before. So as an asshole to the other asshole god, it is what it is. But we will
I know.
we will make do. Oh, by the way, we have to return to Star Citizen next week. Yay.
Oh yay! Wednesday, yes.
Yes. They are plugging in for a new update. Yay. So we should be hopefully in it before the update or just after the update. One of the two. I'm not too sure exactly when. Also, I heard another update for another gaming related company dealing with zombies and something about blood moons and that. They're coming
Embrace
out
the die.
with their final weather update. Congratulations for them.
What's the
Now
weather
they can only
update?
fix the water update.
The weather update is each biome will fuck you over. If you don't have the proper gear in order to be in said biome. So they've got biome progression. They've got a couple of new zoms, and I think they added something else, but that is supposed to happen sometime in June, and I say that sometimes because we all know about the fun pimps. They take forever to push up whatever it is, and I don't see it actually being pushed over onto console. So this is a yes, no Elite Dangerous. No. Net. I'd rather play a game that isn't trying to mimic a different game. Sorry.
Well, Elite's been out since before Star Citizen, so
Both have been practicing working games, and Elite Dangerous has changed itself over twice. So, I do know the history of both games, and yeah, where Star Citizen has really changed all of its direction, is stuck with it, and has been plugging away poorly, but it is a workable game. So, regardless, not defending either or. I'm just saying it is what it is. I'd rather just do what I do. Anywho's it's like I said, we're gonna wrap this fucker up. We're gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna get these assholes their last rites. I'm gonna hit buttons, and then we're gonna get the fuck out of here. So, spew.
all right. Well, for me, I've got nothing to add. Just we're gonna be going over to Mama Alco's channel next. That's where it's gonna redirect on Sparky's Tech Corner.
Yep.
And as far as everything else, I think you just spot the war of Lindab. I'll let you handle that one. So
I will. I will do the histories later. Because Star Citizen technically has been out longer than Elite because it's based off of Wing Commander. So on that. Anywho, continuing. Gem Max, last words.
Fuck these fuckers. I researched. I actually looked for shit this week. I actually was ready.
Hey, Jim,
and they fucked me. They fucked me so hard. Glenn, your son fucked me hard on this.
Hey, no, hang on, time out, hang on. Hang on, just one fucking minute. I'm not the one that brought this up tonight. That was Rogue. You blame Rogue.
Yes, I'm the asshole.